Welcome back, everyone, to Season of the Lost. Week 2 gameplay. We can't actually start anything yet. It's not the weekly reset, so we'll just chill around, kind of do some last minute cleanup before all the new stuff launches. A couple things to note. I completed my first Garden Salvation run on Sunday, I think. It was really good. We only wiped twice, and both of those times was because of just like explanation, like someone accidentally started the encounter before we were all ready, right? And there were two of us who had never done it before, me and another guy. He's kind of a newer light in Destiny 2. He said last time he played Destiny was back in Taken King, which, was years ago. So the two of us were really new. The other people, they've run it a few times. But yeah, once we actually started an encounter, we never wiped, and I was pretty proud. I think we two-phased the boss. Could have one-phased it, but we kind of messed up on some damage aspects. One of them being me forgetting to place the well. But yeah, that was really fun to do. Something I missed was there was an audio clip between Ikora and Mara, I believe, in the helm. I listened to it on my own, but I didn't do it on stream. So I'll be sure to check that out after we're done with the quest this week. And also, is it this one? No, I think it was a different one. So there's another quest for the seasonal exotic weapon, the trace rifle that's stasis powered. That started last week. It was fun. It was pretty quick, but I didn't do it. At least like on stream, because I didn't know that was a thing. Like I thought that quest that we saw in the helm was just a repeat of what we've been doing, so that's why I never picked it up. But then I picked it up later, like the next day or so, and discovered it's for a whole different thing. So I'll be sure to get that on camera this week as well. So yeah, I actually have like a list written down of like tasks we should do by the end of the stream, just to make sure we've captured all the different things, including the lore book, which sadly I opened just because I jumped down to it like this. So it's this. We'll read this at the end together, in addition to chapter 2 that we're gonna get. Yeah, we have half an hour. We can do handful of last minute things real quick. If we have any pinnacles left to accomplish that we can do solo. I could try Empire Hunt on Master, but I'd rather not. I could do like a presage, although I suck with those. Why don't we play some more activities? Do you like the shader for my bow? Doesn't he look beautiful? I like making my weapons as ridiculous as possible, because no one can particularly stop me. Let's look at this, because I want to try to have that snake on it, but what's some outrageous color combinations we can go? Oh, we start at the front. Let's start at the back. Just in case we spawn them before I can find a good one. think my favorite is my first in, last out. It's pink.
Zivu Arath will never relent, as long as you possess her sister.
What does she want with Sabathur?
The Witch Queen's importance stretches beyond the Hive's politics. There are greater forces at play.
I'm just not hitting any of these shots. I don't know. Does anyone know if we have any like patches or fixes coming out with this weekly reset? Like, are they fixing up these encounters or whatever? I just realized I don't have overload bow on. Let me do that. Sucks. Sucks. I hate it when they do that. Don't quit falling. Quit falling. All right, let's move. Oh, I just need teammates near me. I can get my surge. Look how fast I move. Alright, preventing him from stomping. Probably the best we can hope to get out of that. I got it. What the? Someone else take it? What the? That was weird. Okay. ×3. Oh, this is slow. Come on. There we go. Not sure if anyone read my tweet that I sent out last night, along with the schedule, but with just how my school and my work schedules are lined up, it's kind of harder for me to release a lot of videos. So my goal is to get the highlight version of these weekly resets out by Friday, and any other videos that I can put together within a reasonable time, I'll release on either Mondays or Wednesdays. But those are not guaranteed every week. So the Friday one I want to make guaranteed, and that gives me Wednesday and Thursday to edit the videos, so plenty of time for me to slowly chip away at it, and still have it released before, you know, the next weekly reset. But yeah, anything else is just if I had a slower week that week, or, you know, yeah, or whatever. So, lore-wise, Bife and Mylan Games have released a lot of great videos this past week regarding everything we've seen in the Witch Queen trailers and Season of the Lost so far. And there's one thing that I am concerned about, and maybe it's just because I didn't sorry. Maybe it's just because I missed like a line in a lore card or something. But there's lore stuff that came out showing us kind of Osiris's point of view while Savathun was betraying him. And honestly, from the looks of it, it seemed as if he was physically there watching. Now again, I could have missed something, like maybe she was broadcasting what she was doing to Osiris, but if she wasn't, then it's worrisome because she just devoured his form to revert back to her original shape. So if that's the case, then I don't think we're getting Osiris back, and she's lying about having him locked up somewhere. No one's talked about it, so I'm assuming I'm wrong, because I feel like that's a big blatant hole that we need to discuss. But after we're done with this run, maybe I'll take a second and go look for that lore card and see if I missed something in the first line or two. Because that changes everything. Like, if we're doing all this with the hope of getting Osiris back, then we're kind of screwed. Which means we're helping the Witch Queen for no reason, essentially. Alright, alright. We got the ogre glitch again. So if I remember correctly, this thing only does about a third. Got it. Gosh. Holy crap. take it? Alright, he took it.
How did you decide your guardian was the right one?
Well, I had been searching for years for my guardian. Longer than most other ghosts. But the moment I found him, I knew he was the one.
Are you sure you couldn't have searched for just a bit longer?
Nope.
In the cutscene, Petra draws a knife on Crow, so I'm assuming Crow says or does something that pisses her off later on in the season. Have I gotten all the prismatic? I have not. I need to do more patrols and more heroic events. Alright. It's showing, let's actually go into the change character screen, but I need to look up this lore card, because I think it was released on the Bungie.net. Where was this? I go to YouTube. Bye. Bye, where art thou? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Yeah, I think it's like a weapon lore, actually. Maybe on like the new hand cannon or something like that. Oh, it's on the bow. I have not gotten the bow. Okay, so the first line is: the slithering dark is cold against my face. I cannot speak, cannot breathe. I reach for Segura, but then I remember. I form a fist, but feel nothing. I am bound, and as I thrash, the images cut fissures through my mind. Okay, so he is somewhere. Someone, the awoken prince. He helps me to my feet, but still I struggle in the dark. And now she is standing, thanking him, but she uses my voice. My voice. She has stolen my form, my voice, but someone will see my failure and cast her out. They must. A glimmer of sunlight. How long has it been? Zavala looks at me, at her, considers her words. Poison, cloaked. Cloaked in wisdom, I cry out, he must know. Zavala, listen. Listen! You know me, you know not to... Yeah, okay. So this is going through like all the seasons we've had so far with fake Osiris. Okay, cool. So I did miss a little... I missed that first paragraph when I was watching Vice video. So Osiris is alive somewhere. Yay. He wasn't devoured during that cutscene with Savathun. I don't think there's much more for us to really do. We'll log back in. Oh, it was him. This is who we did the raid with. Yeah. Should we just do one more then? Probably. Why not? We've got the time. I've got one less artifact point to purchase. I just don't know what to use it on. I'm thinking about doing on the fusion scavenger. This was a waste. I shouldn't have bought this one. Yeah. Definitely should have gotten some of these like solar or stasis mods. I just didn't really think I would be needing them. I also grinded out some nothing manacles. Not the best roll, but these things are a pain in the butt to get. I heard these things aren't that good, and that makes me sad because these were the gauntlets or the exotics I would run all the time in D1, just because it made the scatter grenades so good. Because you couldn't charge them up like you can in D2, so it just made it so it's like I could take down majors with my grenades now, and I get 2 of them. So if the first one doesn't kill them, I can just chuck a second one in. It makes them better. I also bumped up my FPS to 60 for you guys. Hopefully you notice that's changed. And hopefully it doesn't kill my stream.
What does she want with Savathun?
The Witch Queen's importance stretches beyond the Hive's politics. There are greater forces at play.
I wonder how long it takes for this reload to proc. Oh, it's you. Interesting. Okay. Haven't seen any like videos of the testing for that, but let's start off with fun, shall we? I do have a lore question, though. How does Zeebo Arath control the Taken? Because Savathun could only do it because she had Korea, and Korea could only do it because she had studied Oryx so intently, right? So, Zeebo Arath isn't anywhere in that picture. No, it's just a question that has not been answered yet. This separate melee key binding is so nice. Alright, I'm gonna go kill this last dude. Oh, never mind. Someone else had it. Battery time. Who is that? She got a Bungie friend invite. That's fun. Is this just gonna keep popping up, or is this guy spamming me? Hello. Oh, there we go. Weekly reset, everyone. Out. Woo! Let's go fight a final boss. So I was running triple bow because I was working on Leviathan's Breath, trying to find the exotic catalyst for it, right? So I had triple bow on. I had the exotic Leviathan's Breath, I had this bow, and I had another bow. This bow was the largest, while Leviathan's Breath was the smallest bow. Which is funny, because you would think that the kinetic bow would be smaller than the heavy one, but no. Epic music. Using a bullet to destroy these orbs is not efficient whatsoever. Right, but I'm sick of this. Sick of these bows. There. Oh, no orb? Where's the taken crap? I gotta get him down more. There we go.
You're quite the fighter, Petra. I'll be sure to stay on your good side.
I don't have a good side. And if I did, you wouldn't be on it.
Maybe you just can't see it because your good side is also your blind side. Oh no.
Nobody's more blind than you, Crow. Even I can see that.
Oh, Crow, you idiot. Oh my gosh. Anti-cheat and security policy updates. BattleEye anti-cheat is live. Some users may experience increased startup times and slight performance impacts. These are enforcing policy updates in the following areas: win trading and account recoveries. Oh yeah, they talked about that. I won't go too much into it. The Iron Banner. Alright. And additional valor. Sweet. Let's go to the helm. I think we completed a seasonal challenge? No, we did not. What are the challenges for this week? So we complete this next quest and get heavy grenade launcher kills. Oh, I have to defeat Scorn with those grenade launchers, okay. Use parallax trajectory to focus Umbral Ingrams and open Wayfinder troves in the Astral Lime activity. Which I believe we did. Okay. What you got for us, Mara?
I know you have reservations about my arrangement with Savathun. I feel it in your heart. For all her clever machinations, the Witch Queen did not anticipate your success in stopping Quria, or the Endless Night.
I highly doubt that.
Her schemes unravel, and now she needs my protection from Xivu Arath, from the Worm Gods, from you. I have already learned much by observation. The Taken pursued her here. Taken she once controlled. Taken that now serve a new master. Or, if Savathun is to be believed, their original master. Not her brother, Oryx, but something far older. She fears it. It commands Xivu Arath to conquer the Ascendant space surrounding the Dreaming City. To use the Taken in her campaign against us. For now. Savathun claims that without the Taken, she cannot break the curse she placed on the Dreaming City. She thinks she can entice me with these half-truths and secret temptations, but she underestimates the lengths to which I will go to correct the past.
Okay, so that explains how Ziva Arath can control the Taken, because it's being gifted to her. So she's not really... It's... I think a good way to explain this is there could be like a lieutenant under Ziva Arath that's been placed there by like the Hive Gods or the Darkness or the Deep or whatever you want to call them, that controls the Taken but takes orders from Ziva Arath to aid her in this campaign. Right, so that makes sense. That answered my question from earlier. The Queen of the Reef understands your reservations about her pact with Savathun. Mara points to Coria's defeat and how Savathun did not anticipate it. The Witch Queen's schemes are unraveling. Mara has learned from her observations of the Witch Queen that the Taken have turned on her. If Savathun is to be believed, they now serve their original master. Mara says something older than Oryx, something Savathun fears. And without the Taken, the Witch Queen claims she cannot break the cursed loop. Marstov explains that whatever this master is, it commands Ziva Arath, who now conquers swaths of the Ascendant Plane localized around the Dreaming City. You will have to work quickly to find the lost Techians before Ziva Arath does. Okay, we'll do this afterwards, because this is part 2 to the exotic quest. Alright, what are we doing? Form an astral alignment with a blind will using your wayfinder. Okay. Let's pick up bounties first and let's load into it. Oh. Okay. I didn't die once. Oh, that's cool to see. What gear did I get? It's probably in my vault. I'm full of crap. It's a nice auto rifle.
Welcome back. Acknowledged.
What cipher is this?
The only things I need 321 for are boots and heavy. Oh no, not even heavy. Just boots. Then I'll be evened out.
What do you think?
Quick draw surrounded, not the worst,
Too much when the red leaf.
but not the best.
Hello, Guardian. Requisition approved.
Okay. There we go. Let's load in. Arc abilities, nice. Auto rifles, rank and file combatants, and taking combatants. Alright. Solar weapons, machine guns, submachine guns, and sidearms. I do need to get those kind of kills. We'll use my Chroma Rush, why not? So our priorities are the Seasonal Challenge, which is the Heavy Grenade Launcher. Arc abilities, auto rifles. Right, okay. Those are the challenges and bounties I want to complete first. What are the rest of these? I have to win Iron Banner, or complete Iron Banner matches. Defeat combatants with linear fusion rifles. That sucks. Oh, these are mysteries. I'll have to do it on my own when Dado puts out a video. Gambit. Tingled Shore stuff. Complete a Legend Lost Sector. That's fine. Sidearms, submachine guns, shotguns, and swords. But that has to be on the Tingled Shore. And defeat taken in strikes. All of that I can easily get done. I'll have to play lots of Iron Banner. But it'll be okay, I guess.
This place has such a unique vibration. The air hums with energy.
The paracausal forces that converge here are mighty. They will increase as you open more ley lines.
Go one last shot. Who knows? I don't know why I'm bothering with this. We're just gonna place a rally bear or
The Taken
Banner.
are massing for another attack. They just can't take a hint.
Zivu Arath won't let them. They're driven by an insatiable need to heed her commands.
I saw the same thing with the cryptoliths on the shore. So many minds ruined by her need to dominate.
The strong forcing the weak to fight on their behalf. It's the oldest story in the world. Destroy as many Taken as you can. When one of their leaders drops Taken essence, bank it to limit their influence.
oh hey, she's giving out instructions on how to play this, even though it's been out for a week. Thanks, Petra. Very kind of you. Subsistence is so good. How'd you die? Where do they want this? Oh, are we done? Never mind.
You can carry a lot of weight, Petra. I'm impressed.
She does leg
I've
day.
had no choice. For years, the Dreaming City rested on my shoulders. The energy of the ley lines is too great for the blind well to handle all at once. Let's install those batteries and clear out all hostiles.
Again, it's like, where were all these instructions last week when none of us knew what the crap we were doing?
The batteries are too heavy to carry while fighting. Stay close to the carriers and watch their backs.
Paracausal battery. That's an interesting, like, name for them. And I've never had a scorned version of this. We're missing one. Where is he? Go help him. They're probably all like shocked that I'm moving so fast. Oh, shoot. It's because I hit Y. I'm sorry. Poop. He's got it? Alright. I'll help you. You got this. Just move. Why'd you go under him? Bye. I promise I'm not hacking. I just get increased mobility when I have teammates nearby. Oh, got the...
I never knew something as small as those batteries could be so dense. And I thought Glint was heavy for his size.
Lol. You a funny man, Crow.
I sense a scorn closing in. Retrieve your compass and prepare for battle.
Oh. Oh, what the? It's the trickster dude. Well, this is new. This is a nice change. He gains health by harvesting ether. Gotta destroy the ether balls. Where is he? Where is he? There we go.
So, Crow, I heard you disobeyed a direct order from the Vanguard when you first pursued Osiris here.
Sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Besides, the Vanguard isn't always right.
Is that so?
Zavala told me to stand down when Mithrax brought House Light to the city. But if I'd been there, I won't make the same mistake twice.
You sound like Lord Saladin.
Oof. Nope. Not what I meant to do. Oh, I have to defeat Scorn with grenade launcher. So all those Taken I killed meant absolutely nothing. So I guess these material stuff, right? They're be here in the Tangled Shore, right? Oh, there's one. Here's another. Wonder how many of these we have to do until the quest completes. Do you guys see any? There's one. There's another one. Might as well grab it. Debris of Dreams. Before we do that, let's run up to this lost sector real quick and just try to kill a ton of Scorn with grenade launcher. Because completing these seasonal challenges are the only way we can level up our Wayfinder compass calibration, so I just kind of want to make sure I get this done. That way I can get that all done. And then Umbral Ingram's focus. I should have 6. I do. I have exactly 6 Umbral Ingrams. So we can get that done too when we load into the helm. In fact, we'll load into the helm right after this so I can get that extra perk. I should have more than enough paracausal energy crap. I hope that was enough. Close. We were close. Here's what we'll do. Let's re-rally at the public event thing. Since we loaded into a new area and everything, right? Hopefully. I think that resets the timer. Yeah. So that lost sector one last time, and that should give us the thing all done. Oh, I thought there was something hiding back there. Cool. One last trip to the helm, and then we will do that activity over there. That requires so much. So I want to be as cheap as I can with these focusing. So use parallax trajectory to focus on brilliant grams. Okay. So what's the cheapest parallax crap that we can use? I always could use a new deafening whisper because the old one I have has rampage, but it's bugged. None of those counted. What a waste. What an absolute waste. Was it because I had to use the bottom? Whatever. Now I'm upset. That was a lot of wasted crap. Yeah. Alright, let's read what this is all about. Okay. I have no idea what the champions are here. Probably not this. Overload and unstoppable.
Once more, we part the curtain of reality, and you step beyond.
Oh, last time we went through here, huh? Oh. Oh, this is new. We go a new way this time. Okay. This looks like debris of dreams. This looks like the Tingled Shore, right? Like those look like the Tingled Shore houses. I was expecting Taken. I could have saved us a lot of time killing people here with. Somehow I have to get to that.
I'm noticing dimensional distortions in your ghost's readings. A beacon should be nearby.
Archer's tempo is so good on this bow. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm feeling I should have gone inside. Yeah.
The beacon is aligned. Get ready for an attack.
So hard to see. All right. I think when they introduced Scorn Champions, people were making fun of like an unstoppable Screeb. That sucks. That landfall threaded the needle. So it did everything it could to hit nothing. That way? Alright. This will be fun to explore later. Again, I just wait for the guides. I don't have the time to go exploring, sadly. Maybe later on in the season, I can find something. True sight, which is something I'll get unlocked later on. Probably through that cave, maybe?
Tread lightly, Guardian. This realm is still very much a mystery. We have no idea what else is out there.
Hey, Tekora. I'm glad you're doing everything you can to help. Where'd you go?
I'm detecting beacon alignment, but there are enemies closing on your position.
Chuck that just a hair too early. Got some graphical glitches there from the warp in. Howdy. Well, this is gonna be fun. Only 60% done. There are so many enemies. And I'm using a bow. Man, getting super energy back from this is so nice. Like, no, you can't fill it up all the way, There we go. Where to next? Goodness gracious. It's saying align the beacons. Can I climb up these ladders? Oh my gosh, you can. Well, not really, but oh, this is a secret. Okay. Teleport. Oh gosh, that's it. No clue where we are. That sounds about right.
Final beacon is aligned. I'm detecting severe paracausal emanations in your vicinity. Get ready.
It was pretty severe, alright. Oh my gosh, they just dropped a tank on my face. Howdy. I have awakened many angry people. Many angry people. Got it. Alright, give me my Techian.
It's done. The beacons are in alignment, and Xivu Arath's forces are in retreat. Let's bring our lost sister home.
She's trapped in the... Oh, never mind. Hello, lady. You aren't corrupted. Well, isn't this nice?
The pieces of the moon drifting in this realm. They all seem to be footholds for Xivu Arath's forces.
Indeed, the Hive God of War has been aggressively sweeping up territory and crashing it into the borders of our own domain. Not entirely unlike a Hive war moon, hollowed out and thrust into a conflict.
A staging ground for this invasion?
Possibly. Or more likely, an invasion yet to come.
Alright, well that's... So I'm trying to think with Witch Queen. Alright. It's taking place in Savathun's Ascendant Plane. And we'll be fighting Savathun, who I will assume forsakes the darkness, so she probably doesn't have her worm anymore. She's embraced the light. stolen it, because obviously the Traveler wouldn't give it to her willingly. You know, she uses the light to enhance her brood. So she no longer has access to Taken forces, but she now has access to light-powered hive. Where does Xivu Arath fit in all of this? Right? With his invasion force and everything. Maybe it'll get played out in this season. Who knows? What? I can unlock. Oh, yep. Envisioning. Chance for additional wind gathering Senate anchors and increases the distance and duration of true sight. We'll do this. Like, I know this will technically give me more, but I'm not hurting for that stuff. Now Savathun. I think. Wait. Should we talk to Savathun first? Let's talk to Savathun first. And then I believe we have the console we can interact with. Hey, Mara. I feel like every time we see her, she uses more and more eyeliner. It's like her eyes are just getting darker. So it's 2 Techians. Again, I think based on the picture we have, there's what, 9 Techians we need to find in the end? Alright, Savathun, what do you have?
I knew you'd be back.
You summoned me.
I'm so glad we get to talk. You and that charming little ghost of yours, you're not like the rest. You're not afraid of my words. Words are just thoughts given shape. Ideas emerging into the physical world, birthed by a mouth. Not good or evil, not light or dark, or this or that. And you understand, don't you? Despite the excruciatingly binary worldview of those around you. You don't have to say it. We've all heard it before. The line between light and dark is so very thin. As if you were incapable of lifting your eyes from a scroll of chalk on the ground. The traveler in the light near one foot, your old enemies and the darkness at the other. Let me tell you a secret. If you ever want to see what's been watching you since the very beginning, just stand on that line and look up.
There's nothing there. Interesting. It's like everything she says, you gotta take with a grain bucket full of salt. But she's really hinting towards the fact that, like, light isn't exactly what light is, and that neither is the darkness. Why don't we claim... Meh, never mind. I'll worry about that later. Let's see if we have a broadcast.
Osiris, I will not abandon you. As I speak these, guardians of the city patrol across the system searching for you. I am searching for you. No amount of hive spawn or Savathun's trickery will stand between us. You will see freedom. You will return. It is not your way to die. Wait for me, as I did for you. You have never practiced patience, but hold on a few moments more.
Saint?
Have the hidden found
You don't have to broadcast these live.
I see. This is true.
Geppetto can establish a repeating signal. It will forward any response directly to you. Besides, I could use you in the field.
Yes. I am, if nothing else, useful.
More than that, you are needed.
I knew it was not him, but I would not listen to my heart.
Compassion can be abused. Optimism has its pitfalls. Flaws don't make them worthless. Even lies can be learned from.
Do not worry. I think I will not be using compassion next time Savathun stands before me.
No, I think we have a whole different set of emotions to deal with that moment. Osiris is out there. We will find him.
Perfect time for that music to kick in too. Goodness. So we're done with that. We'll read the lore readings at the end. For now, let's start this new quest. We missed part 1, but part 2 is here. So tracing the stars. Let's go speak to Mara. In case those of you who don't know what the first part of the quest is, there's a story, an old awoken tale of 2 siblings. One gifted, well, I actually can't remember it too well. Either way, it's mirrored that of Mara and Uldren Sov, right? And right now there is an ancient weapon attached to that legend. So, Mara's trying to pick this legend apart and find this weapon. I guess she's not speaking. Uldren never stopped repeating the same old stories, Mara says, whether they were Osana's or his own. Osana is their mother. Little ones loved him for it. He filled their heads with false hopes and fragile dreams. Mara shakes her head. Even as his demeanor darkened in his later days, I know it was the thread of a story that kept him upright and walking. Something fake for him to believe in. A star to chase. I suppose it doesn't matter anymore. Another set of skews has come to light, Guardian. Collect them, and let us see where this story leads. Collect Atlas skews within the Strand, Gardens of Esla, and nearby lost sectors. Alright. So let's load in first off, but it said the Strands, right? Within the Strand and Gardens of Esila, which I believe is the area right off of there. Like, this is the Garden of Esila. So we go here, we gotta run around the Strand for a while, and then we gotta go into this lost sector, and then come into this area. Okay. Again, I had a guide the last time I did this, so.
Another.
Looks like we're in week 3 of the curse. So the problem with this is there's no markers for them unless, like, you get relatively close to them. So we got, I'm trying to remember where all the caves and high places and whatnot are. Alright, there's one up there. You see it? The marker popped up. Woo!
active Guardians. Be advised that the Scorn are advancing along the eastern shoreline.
Just keep roaming around for a little bit. Again, I'm not familiar with the caves of this location. Alright, that leads to the new area.
Nice to see you.
I don't see anything. Forgot what we do with this arc charge. Who knows? Let's go down to the lost sector and see if there's one in there. Oh, am I supposed to put it right there? Yeah, it probably despawned, huh? Oh well. It might have gone there. Haven't got any markers yet. Might as well start working on these, right? Solar machine gun sidearm. There it is. So that was the last one. I'm assuming there's one more in this area. And then probably the last two in. Yeah. Strand Towering Statue and Strand Gazebo Statue. I guess those are probably hints, huh? Aphelios Brazier and Aphelios Rest. Okay. Why don't I use the clues that, you know, they give us, huh? Alright. The gazebo is where the public event is happening right now. Don't want to deal with it, but looks like we might have to. Because we found it up on the statue, so the gazebo means it might be in here. I'm not seeing anything. It's funny because they look like that. Oh no, it might actually be up there. Duh. I forgot what a gazebo is. Oops. Oh. That's not what I meant to do. Hello. That could be a gazebo too, actually. No, don't fall off.
Another dog.
Gosh, you scared the crap out of me. How do we get up there? I think that's actually a gazebo, huh? Me not understanding what a gazebo is really killing us. Alright. So nothing's coming up immediately. Maybe it's on top of it. Like that's why I missed it when I was over here last time. Oh, there it is. This guy found it. Nice. Let's go to the gardens. Oh my gosh, that is just that was painful to fly through. I didn't realize I have 2 tails. Why? Why? Sorry, Awoken people. I'm on a mission for your queen. I want to... Every time I read that, I think of Gardens of Elysium, which is just the Greek paradise. Joy. We gotta find 2 more in this area. So we got waterfall and bridge tree. So what is considered the bridge tree? Is it this? Yep. Alright, let's not worry about that for now then. Waterfall, waterfall, waterfall. Sweet. Just gotta get my butt up there now. Think I can make that? Nope. Get out of here, Shrieker. I hate Shriekers. Please stop. Alright, here we go. Access the Atlas terminal in the helm. Sorry, I think my computer was making a weird sound. We're okay. Where are the Guardians? Just kidding. So this is kind of like the vault area. We listened to all this last time. Aldrin would go out and map out the stars and his fascination with the tails and whatnot. It explained a lot more, but you can find that on YouTube. For now, let's do this.
The twin kestrels darted through the gaps between branches. The leaves formed verdant pathways. Predictably, Riga first, with Agar close behind. In those pathways they traded secrets. Secrets Riga whispered to the flock, hoping to push them beyond the hollow, beyond the forest. Most nights, Riga and Agar sat beneath the stars to dream. Twin hearts sounding a duet of beats. Like ours, Mara. I still feel yours. Still distant. In this story, Agar fixated on the dark clouded pox that marred the night above the canopy. He pointed to the starry spaces between them and asked his sister to name them. Riga never spoke a word. She already knew all their names and didn't want to crush his spirit. How charitable. One night, Agar grew impatient of her silence and pointed to one of the dark spots as it roared with thunder. The storm is singing to us, said Agar. We should sing back to show it we are not afraid. Riga wove her voice with his, and the thunder resounded. She did not sing with him again after that night. Rare to see stars in the ascended plane. I wish we were doing this together. Why hide the scepter if it weren't a test?
I understand you bear some knowledge of the Awoken, but our creation is still only myth to you, Warlock. Hear the truth. When the Awoken people came into being after the collapse, I was the first. As first, my chosen form defined what an Awoken could be. Thousands followed my example, willing themselves into existence within the distributary. Some, like Uldren, required help. His mind was like an unsteady fawn. No surprise he was unable to do it on his own. So I guided him, filled the gaps in his memory. I gave him a star to follow. He was bonded to me, and his devotion spiraled into pathetic recklessness. Even through death, he hasn't outgrown that dependency. I see it in him as he looks longingly to his ghost for answers. To you.
Hopefully everyone here knows the origins of the Awoken, but yeah. It's pretty cool. To put in perspective, Marisov and the Awoken, or at least like Marisov in the beginning Awoken, are like thousands upon thousands of years old. The Awoken were created during the first collapse, back before Guardians were a thing. So, at the very least, Uldren and Mara are that old. Awoken could continue to have children afterwards, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. Let us finish up the quest. Marisov's voice rings through the compass and echoes in your mind. His story is a tangled weave of truth and fiction. He speaks of our time in the distributary as though we were gallivanting children. Her voice fades for a moment, though you still feel her presence. Perhaps he was. Perhaps that is where he should have stayed. Not that it matters now. I'll send for you when more Atlas SKUs have phased into our plane and you're needed. Let's get rid of that so I can collect this. So that's it in terms of gameplay and story. We got some lore cards to read through, and then I think I'll call it a day there. It's double lore cards, and I kind of had the first one spoiled for me. Bife did a video on it, and I watched it. So we got Ambush, and the Pigeon, and the Splicer, which I assume is Saint and Mithrax. But this book is called Ripples. I'm not sure entirely what that's supposed to entitle and mean, but we might as well start reading through it. I need to change this. What? Hold up. There we go. Shall we start? Part 1 of Ripples. Ambush. Keitel stands on the bridge of her flagship, 6 destroyer-class warcraft at her flanks. Weeks of intelligence and a handful of dead spies have brought her to a single point in space. This moment of opportunity. A massive reinforced viewport extends from beneath her feet to the ceiling of the bridge. Through it, dead still azure banners obscure the distant awoken reef. From Keitel's perspective, it appears as a slurry of gits and dust to be swept away at her command, an idea her advisor spoke of all too frequently. Their soft conflict with one city had left some eager for a decisive victory in another. It was a distraction. In the space between Keitel and the reef, just beyond the unmoving banners, malachite-licked wisps of intent tear opened the space between her and the shimmering dust. Long black spindles of hive workmanship pierced the rift first, preceding a massive tomb carrier twice the size of her flagship. Keitel addresses her bridge officers. Wait until they're through and cannot flee. Her destroyers take up flanking positions opposite of her own as Keitel orders her flagship to maneuver above the massive tomb carrier. When the rift shuts, the order comes over Cabal comms. Strike. The 6 destroyers spring their diversionary attack. Keitel feels the pressure waves from their silent cannons wash over her as their shells detonate. Tomb Carrier and Cabal warcraft exchange a howling gauntlet of ordnance. The diversion is working. Point us straight at their midsection. Launch ballista crews, Keitel barks. Inform me when they've taken the bridge. Emerald flare wells deep in the Tomb Carrier's main gun, like a brewing cauldron lined with obsidian teeth. The barrel, a massive column of vertebrae from some leviathan creature, and knights with 10,000 hive runes. The Tomb Carrier belches streams of malefic flame that effortlessly obliterates 2 spearheading Cabal destroyers. Kyle steps forward in horror as their hulls erupt in a series of sulfire explosions. Don't let that gun fire again. Protect our destroyers. She pivots to her navigation office. Bring the ship to minimum jump speed. Full power to the mains. Keitel thrusts a finger at the Tomb Carrier. Engage the Ares ram and prepare for impact. The flagship hurtles towards the Tomb Carrier, unleashing a full salvo of cannons and warheads to soften the carrier's carapace. Keitel turns to a bridge crew legionary as the Tomb Carrier rapidly expands in the viewport behind her. Fetch my shield. On the other side of the reef, Queen Marasov watches through a dreaming city aperture as the battle unfolds on her borders. The inscrutable expression on her face twists with each distant explosion. Petra wishes the small tensing motions would give some indication of what her queen is thinking. Instead, she sees only the cold stare of one predator assessing the size and strength of another. Petra looks to the knife Mara is idly toying with and notices a detail she hadn't before. A pair of kestrels etched into the blade, wings intertwined. Line work so fine that she had to squint to recognize their silhouettes. Petra frowns. My queen? She asks, but Mara does not shift her attention from the battle. Keitel's war games will keep Zevo Arath occupied while we focus on recovering our lost Techians, Mara says. She uses the point of the knife to trace the longest line along her palm. Neither will neither will be able to launch a full-scale attack on the Dreaming City while the other is at her throat. Savathun's first, ventures Petra. Mara's stoic facade cracks. She looks down at the blade, the twin kestrels, and sees something in her own reflection that unsettles her. Savathun first, she agrees, sheathing the weapon so she doesn't have to think about it. Before he made a video on this, I'll let you go watch his video and have him expound more on it. But Keitel is attacking Xivu Arath, trying to keep her at bay. I don't know why, but they're fighting. Mara's skeptical of Keitel, even though we're friendly towards them, like they're our allies, but not much more than that. Chapter 2. Pigeon and the Splicer. Saint 14 sits with his ghost, Geppetto, in his gray pigeon jump ship. You do not want me to go alone? You should not go alone, Brother Saint. The system is in a volatile state. Saint sighs. There is not a guardian in the tower who does not wish to ask me about Osiris. I cannot, Geppetto. Then do not ask a guardian. Geppetto presses. Mithrax is finishing repairs on his shank when he sees Saint 14 transmat into the Botza district. He watches the Saint greet a pair of Elixni startled by his materialization. He watches the guardian bow, and the Elixni hesitantly bow back. Saint catches Mithrax's gaze and extends an arm toward him, as if asking permission to enter his workshop. It is not needed. Mithrax stands and welcomes Saint 14 as he crosses the threshold. Velashk, Saint manages. Mithrax chatters. Velashk, Saint. May we speak alone? Of course. Mithrax shuts and latches a door clearly transplanted from a ketch. Speak freely. I would not normally come to you asking for favors, Saint says, pacing. How slight will aid you if we are able? Saint nods to himself. Osiris, the real Osiris. Savathun took his form and hid him away, or so she says. Mithrax bows his head. The true Osiris is innocent. All is not as dire as we presumed. So it would seem. I need to find Osiris. I want to take away the Witch Queen's leverage. When she is broken, the Reef Queen can have her, Saint growls. Marasav has returned? Mithrax drags sharply on his rebreather. Grand pieces are in motion. How do I assist? I am searching for the exact spot Segura fell. Savathun captured him there. I know it, Saint says. The name Segura was spoken often in House of Wolves, with respect. House Dusk told all houses Segura fell on Earth's moon, but I know not where. May she find peace in the light. She is missed. Saint holds a moment in reverence. Osiris's last transmission was from beneath the moon's surface, but the pyramid's interference made it impossible to determine the exact location. It is too large an area to search. Hive machines are without spirits, morbid constructs a splicer's gauntlet cannot access for information, Mithrax says apologetically. But I wish to help the Saint, as the Saint helped Mithrax in House Light. Then, your company would be appreciated as I search. Mithrax is lost in thought momentarily before his eyes sharpen. The Vex on Europa kept records of defeated guardians, and likely ghosts. It may be possible to find Segura's gravesite using their network. What? Saint exclaims. Perhaps it is their proximity to darkness that causes them to do so, but Mithrax has seen such records, as I explored their network for knowledge to affix Splicer technology to Guardian arms. You sound like a warlock, so I trust you. Show me how we do this. Europa, Saint mutters. Could we not have gone somewhere warmer? He asks, dismounting his ram sparrow on a cliff overlooking the Asterian abyss. I'm used to the simulated sun of Mercury. Mithrax dismounts beside Saint. Vex apertures on Europa afford unique opportunity. We seek an invitation into that opportunity. Saint rolls his shoulders. We crush Vex's mind and use its brain like key. Yes, yes, this is not news to me. You forget, I spent many years in Infinite Forest. A brutal but apt description, Mithrax chitters to himself. We will have to draw out Vex's mind. The override integration here remains active. The light provides. You splice computer hole, I crush the mind. Saint starts to walk forward, but then halts abruptly. Do not drop me into computer hole. Mr. X will warn the Saint first. You better. Saint turns to the Elixni. I joke about the cold, light friend, but I am glad to have you here. I share in your glad, Saint. They walk together. Swiftly, Mithrax forges the integration. As they come under fire, a violet refuge takes hold around him. He stands within the Saint's ward, fearless and with clear sight. The Vex are numerous. They too know the Saint. He lives up to their records. The mind is broken. Well, that's cool. So I guess Saint and Mr. X are on a team mission to go find Osiris. Hopefully, like, more of these pages kind of explain more of that mission. It'd be interesting to see what their progress is like. And hopefully they do find Saint alive and well. But anyways, that's about it for this week's season. We'll take one last look to the tower, see if there's any dialogue for Ikora or not Osiris, Saint, but I highly doubt it. We already listened to the terminal, we've already visited Savathun, Mara, etc. So let's do one quick look over there, and then we'll call it a day. Let's run over to Saint first. Again, I don't think anything's going to be there, but... And then we'll run to Ikora. After that, we'll call it a day.
The axles. What's this? The Infinite Forest is not as infinite as they say. It has its limits.
The new Trials setup looks cool. I believe there's solo play now in Trials that I'll be able to do. It'll be nice to start grinding up for that gear. Obviously, I'm not going to go flawless, but...
What can you teach me?
Alright, so nothing there. That seems to be about it for this week. It's pretty cool. Nothing too extraneous, even though Savathun is a liar and a trickster. Can't trust most of the things she says. I'll have to rewatch what she said and decrypt it further. But yeah. Exciting stuff. It's going to be a slow build. Again, this is a 6-month process, but it'll be cool to see how the story where it is now connects to Witch Queen in terms of Xivu Arath, Savathun running away from the darkness, and her extraction of the light. We'll see if we learn, like within the game, not from trailers and whatnot, that Savathun has now accessed the light. I wonder if that's going to happen in this season or like the intro stuff into Witch Queen. It'll just be cool to see where that bridge is going to form. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.